what's up?
If I'm gonna sit at that PC, I'd rather spend time freaking doing this work for Kingdom. Even though I know that a lot of times I do get on Facebook and for the most part I try to get this stuff out. And more confirmation is gonna be the same portion.
Given to me to know the mysteries of my Father. Whew, that feels good. It is given to me to know the mysteries of my Father. It is given to me to know the mysteries of my Father. The wicked is in trouble. The wicked is in trouble. Yeah, the wicked is in trouble. 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 Oh my gosh. Woo! I love to be still before you. 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 I crave to be still before you. Still before you. Still before you. Father, lead and guide me, direct my path, be the head of my life. You are the potter, I am the clay. I am 100% in your hands. I have given myself over to you 100%. I have dedicated my life to the truth of the Most High. And I seek ye first the kingdom. And I have sought your righteousness as I continue to seek your righteousness. You said you would supply all of my needs. I don't have to fret. I don't have to worry. I don't have to attach myself to this beast system. I don't have to utilize my time to get gain of this world. Especially when I know that He has supplied me, He has endowed me with so much of His word to get out to the people. I am just going to continue to be obedient, whether people want to look down upon me, whether people want to support me. The Father said He will supply all of my needs according to His riches and glory. He owns all the cattle on 1,000 hills. He has the ability to bless me above my wildest dreams. He has the ability to bless me above my wildest dreams. And I wholeheartedly put my trust and faith in that. It's not about belief. It's not about belief whatsoever. Because He confirms His word that's within us. He confirms it everywhere. Not just in the pages of a book that's been labeled the Holy Bible by the worst of the heathen. I am currently without herb again. And it really, really freaking sucks, you know. I made it last as long as I could. I mean, a half don't last that long. I made a half last almost a month, you know. And I'll ration myself, you know, to an extent, you know, still yet. But man, it really sucks being without my herb, because it does help me. It helps me. More than people realize, it helps me. It gives me motivation. It gives me creativity. Well, I know that the Father gives all of these things, but He also created the herb to enhance these things, okay? Now, though He may not approve of the way that I go about utilizing the plant, as far as smoking it, you know, He still created it for us, and nobody has the right to deem it illegal. I should have every right to grow my own plant. That way I would never run out of my herb. I am sick of this oppressive ass system. Just yesterday, I went to the doctor, and as soon as I walk through the door, I'm oppressed by the damn security guard. Talking about, there's a mask on the table for you. And I'm like, I cannot safely wear the mask, sir. I need to be able to breathe properly. The mask prevents me from breathing properly, and it forces me to breathe in my own carbon dioxide, which is harmful to my body. Now, please stop being a tyrant and enforcing oppressive ass mandates that make no logical sense. He gets up out of his chair as if he gonna do something to me, you know, following me as I continue to walk back towards my appointment window, and he's behind me the whole time. And so he was like, well, we'll just talk to your doctor and see if your doctor says that you have an excuse not to wear a mask. Alright? Unfortunately, my doctor is still attached to this beast system because she did not give me the okay to not wear a mask when she knows that it's not healthy for the body. I mean, I've had these conversations with her multiple times. So she knows how I feel about the mask. She also knows the truth of the matter because I told her. You know, and I'm sure she should know this as a doctor. That breathing in your own carbon dioxide is toxic to the human body. But she did not give me the okay to not wear a mask. So I was forced to put on the mask. And then I'm forced to put it up over my nose. See, let me actually not skip ahead, because he gives me a mask from the bucket, from the bucket that's on the table. He tells me to grab one from there. So I get one of these masks. I wish I had took a picture of it, but it's absolutely insane. This is shaped like a cone. And it has this black thing, this black light clip that apparently goes where the nose is supposed to be. And then on the package it says, may cause harm if used improperly or death. May cause harm or death if used improperly. Like, wow, bro, are you serious? So this is what you're forcing upon people. You won't let people just breathe the natural air that they were created to breathe. You're wanting to enforce this ridiculous mandate that we wear a mask on our freaking face and cover our nose with this apparatus, with whatever this thing is. And it says on the package that if not done correctly, you could seriously harm yourself up to the point of death. Okay? So I'm like, screw that, man. I'm not wearing that. And I actually had another mask in my pocket. So I pulled out the mask in my pocket and I put that on. And I never really covered my nose because I want to be able to freaking breathe. Okay? So no sooner than I put the mask on my face, even though it ain't covering my nose, I got a freaking mask on my freaking face. Okay? Then he's like, you must cover your nose. And this dude really gets up like he going to enforce covering my nose. Like I gotta cover my apparatus, my breathing apparatus. Okay? And you're literally enforcing this. You're literally oppressing me, bro. You're freaking oppressing me. Why? Because you're getting paid to do so. And it's wicked. And you are going to pay for what you're you are going to reap these things. Okay? People are not understanding the depths of this. All you order followers out there. You order followers. You're sitting here enforcing these unjust mandates upon people. You're oppressing people. You don't think it's going to come back on you? What you sow, you're going to reap, okay? So, bottom line, I ended up waiting outside because I was not about to sit there, because I got there early. I got there like maybe 10-15 minutes early, and I was not about to sit there for 10-15 minutes breathing in my own carbon dioxide, alright? So I chose to go stand outside. They ain't got no bitch out there. So I told the receptionist, I told her to let the nurse or whoever is going to come get me know that I went outside. Because I'm not about to sit here and breathe in my own carbon dioxide. Alright? And she said, okay. So sure enough, I went outside and I turned on my music, and I just stand outside for 10 minutes. And I come back in, like at the time that was time for my appointment, which is 2 o'clock. Mind you, my appointment had been rescheduled that day from 11:30 to 2 p.m. I was already ready to go at 11:30. No, I was already ready to go at 11, because that's what time my ride was. Well, that's what time Uber was supposed to be here to get me. But Uber never contacted me, and they never showed up. Okay? I had called them first thing, I think it was like 9 o'clock in the morning when I called the Community Health Connection to make sure that my Uber was going to come for my appointment at 11:30. And she said, yes, I see it here that they did order you an Uber. Okay? But as I said, no Uber showed up to get me, and no one from Uber reached out to contact me whatsoever. So they said they were supposed to be here at 10:45. That's what she said, that they'll probably be there around 10:45 since you're a priority. And so like around 11 o'clock when they weren't here, I started getting ready to give Community Health Connection a call to let them know that nobody showed up. I literally called them. I gave them about 10 minutes after 11 o'clock. So I called them then. I'm like, hey, no Uber showed up, and they didn't reach out to me and contact me. All right, so I ended up being on hold for a good 15 minutes. And then she finally was like, well, we're just going to have to reschedule it because we don't know why that Uber didn't show up, but we're going to have to reschedule you for 2 because your doctor goes to lunch at 12, around that time. So I was basically forced to freaking, I had gotten ready, and it was not my fault that Uber just decided not to come get me to take me to my appointment, So I was inconvenienced already with that, and, get there, and then I'm oppressed by the damn security guard that wants to, have a hard-on for this ridiculous mandate that he wants to enforce so badly. Pour it up over your nose, as if my breathing normally is gonna freaking affect anybody up in there, bro. Come on, bro. You literally doing too much. Alright, so that's why I waited outside. And I came back in around 2 o'clock and, poured it up over my nose until I got to the back to where, the receptionist desk is at. And I pull it down off of my face. I pull it down so that I can talk, to the people behind the glass. And I didn't know he followed me. I didn't know he got up and followed me. But this security guard literally got up and followed me, okay? He got up and followed me while I had the mask on my face, right? All the way, he followed behind me, as I went up to the receptionist to let her know, hey, I'm back in. Just to check to make sure that they know that I'm waiting still, okay? And then he's like right behind me saying you have to wear your mask over your nose. And I'm like, sir, I only pulled it down so that I can talk to the people. He's like, you can talk through your mask. Like, bro, oh my gosh, man, I just can't with this, man, this is the wicked, okay? This is the wicked that is about to be purged off of this earth. And I told him that. I literally told him that. I was like, you do realize that this oppressive ass system is about to come crashing down all around you. You do realize that, correct? You do realize that you're not going to get to oppress the children of the Most High for that much longer. You do know that, right? I hope you realize that. And he says it doesn't matter. I'm like, oh, you keep thinking that. You keep thinking it doesn't matter. He's like, so what? I'm like, okay, you keep thinking that. All right? And so, he finally, goes back to his seat after I pull my mask up over my face to get him out my face, And so I'm waiting, right there at the door, because she said, well, you might just have to go back outside and they'll come get you when they're ready. And I'm like, well, I wanted to make sure that I wasn't going to miss, being called. Because so far, the day was not looking in my favor. It seemed like Satan was trying to freaking bring down my level of happiness and peace, all around that whole day, starting with the Uber not showing up and starting with having to freaking go later than I thought to my doctor's appointment and then get there and oppressed by the security guard. Then finally, as soon as it happened right away, as soon as I was like, okay, well, I'm just going to wait here because I'm not going to go back outside. Then my phone rings. So my phone rings and, because I was actually going to be on my way to go to the pharmacy area. I was literally going to sit in the pharmacy area because I was tired of standing up, and I had been standing up since I had been there. And I was headed to the pharmacy area. My phone rings, so I answer my phone, and sure enough, it's the nurse that was basically like, "Hey, we're ready for you. I'm coming to get you right now." And I was like, okay, cool. I'm glad that they actually called me. They thought that I was still outside, And that was really cool of them that they actually honored that, to call me and let me know. I didn't know how they were going to do it. I didn't know if they were going to come outside to get me, or I didn't know they were going to call me. But I thought that was pretty cool. So I told her, I was like, oh, well, I'm here. I'm already here. So she was like, okay, great. So she comes out, she gets me, right? And as soon as I go back, like, now, I'm used to going to this clinic. I've been going to this clinic, most of this year. I've been going to this clinic. It was probably like my 6th or 7th visit, or, somewhere around there. And usually they don't give me an issue about my mask, okay, when I get back there. Usually they don't say anything to me about my mask, because I normally will take my mask off when I get back there, And, but this particular time, as soon as I pulled down my mask, the nurse is like, I need you to pull your mask up over your mouth and nose, please. And I'm like, are you serious? What is up with you guys oppressing us? I am not sick. Like, I'm not sick, and you're forcing me to breathe in my own toxins. Carbon dioxide is a toxin that's supposed to be exhaled for the trees to breathe in, and then the trees give us oxygen. We are not meant to breathe in our own toxic gases, okay? You guys are enforcing this ridiculous mandate that has no scientific basis whatsoever. And you're doing it because you're being paid to do so. And I literally told her that. I was like, don't act like you guys are not being paid to enforce this ridiculous mandate. I am not silent, okay? I am not silent whatsoever. These people will know the truth of the Most High, okay? And they are not going to continue to oppress the children of the Most High. So anyway, I get in the doctor's office and I take off my freaking mask. And I explained once again to my doctor on the reason, because she asked me how I was doing. I'm like, I'm a little perturbed right now. I even told the nurse that took my blood pressure, I'm like, my blood pressure is probably going to be a little elevated because I'm a little bit perturbed right now with you guys oppressing me. I am sick of your oppression, and it's going to stop. It's about to cease very soon. You guys are not going to get to continue this oppression. Like, I'm tired of it. So anyway, my doctor, she's like, I understand, I get what you're saying, but we have to follow the rules. I'm like, they're being paid. I'm like, this clinic is being paid to enforce this. They get money to enforce this ridiculous mandate, forcing people to breathe in their own toxic gases. And I went into the fact that these people do not care about us. And that if they cared about us, there wouldn't be fast food restaurants everywhere. They wouldn't be advertising dead flesh and blood everywhere. Come eat dead, rotting corpses. They wouldn't be advertising this everywhere if they gave a shit about us. They would not be genetically modifying all of our foods. They wouldn't have taken control over all the water resources. They wouldn't be poisoning our water. They wouldn't be genetically modifying our foods. They would not be poisoning us on purpose if they gave a shit about us. These people that are setting up these mandates and these laws are wicked people that don't give one iota about any of us. So stop enforcing their satanic mandates, because it's ridiculous. It makes no logical sense whatsoever. And I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. It's 2022. 2022. All of 20. This has been going on for 2 fucking years, man. 2 years since 2020. And I DoorDashed all of 2020 and was not affected by any of their propaganda of 2020. And you know what I'm talking about. I went everywhere. I did DoorDash. I went in all kinds of restaurants, delivered to all kinds of people, and I never did any of the precautions that they kept priming the public to do. Wash your hands over and over and over again. Sanitize, sanitize, sanitize. wear a mask, cover your orifices, your breathing orifices. No, I ain't do any of that, bruh. I ain't do any of that. All of 2020. I wrecked my car at the beginning of 2021. It was January 14th, if I remember correctly, of 2021, while I was in the process of doing DoorDash, okay? I started DoorDash at the beginning of 2020 in January, okay? So for the whole damn year, I was out and about, okay, during this so-called pandemic, okay? I was out and about. Like normal. Okay? And I am still here in 2022. I did not go to my enemies to be injected, okay? I ain't get the shot. I ain't get the jab. I don't listen to my enemies. I am a follower of the Good Shepherd, the Hamashiach. His sheep hear his voice, and they do not hear the voice of another. Now, YouTube might want to take this video off because I'm talking about truth against their falsehoods. But it's all connected. I just recorded earlier today, this morning, and we covered chapter, I believe it was the last part of chapter, it was in the middle of chapter 70, and then I think we read chapter 71, or did we read chapter 71 and into chapter 72? I don't even remember now. I think, yeah. We read parts of chapter 71 into chapter 72, I think. And I think we finished chapter 72 and we're on chapter 73. But I gotta go back because I was wanting a specific part in there that I didn't get a chance to get because the Father was leading me to start reading right what I was looking at on that page, and so I had to get that out, and that's going to be a very powerful video. So because it explains this last beast, okay, this system that we've been born and bred in, okay, the United States of America. You think that the United States of America ain't a part of prophecy? It's because you ain't listening to the right people. You're listening to charlatans. You're listening to those that are leading you astray. You want to reject and ignore those that are really holding the true oracles of the Father. So anyway, I'm not going to drag this out. Shalom. I got stuff to do. I'm about to take my kitty out for a walk. It's a nice day. It's sunny for once. It's been cloudy all freaking week and rainy. So I want to get out and enjoy the sun. And like I said earlier, I'm still working on this video. There is a reason we have been awakened. I finally made it to about 9 minutes into the video compiling it. But I wanted to get prepared to go for a walk. I need to get out and go for a walk. Take Tiger out and get some sun. And then I'll come back and do my best to try to knock this video out. Shalom, everybody.